We're here today because the Vancouver Tenants Union got sued. Boo! Boo! By Andrzej Kowalski, whose office we're at. First, Kowalski tried to evict all the tenants at 1177 Tenants Collective by trying to turn an affordable 7-unit rental building into a 4-unit luxury building. Boo!
Boo! Shame!
But through the power of tenant organizing and neighborhood organizing, we won!
Yeah!
But Kowalski wasn't finished. He came back and tried to evict just Terry, a beloved member of the community who's lived in his house for 28 years, his home for 28 years. But again, Kowalski lost. Woo!
Wow!
As the residential tenancy branch ruled that he acted not in good faith. So now he's back again for a third time, and he's suing the Vancouver Tenants Union for $35,000.
Boo!
In small claims court, claiming mental distress and damages.
Sucker!
But we know that this isn't just happening to us, it's happening to organized tenants across Canada. The landlords are using lawsuits to terminate tenants more often. So what are we going to do about it? The Vancouver Tenants Union is launching this campaign called Teach Landlords a Lesson, Defend the VTU. It's a multifaceted campaign. One aspect is fundraising. We've already raised $22,000 in less than 4 months through screen printing parties, sold out comedy shows, movie screenings, and membership dues. But the biggest part of the campaign is to show landlords that they cannot intimidate us. When tenants win, landlords sue. So we're bringing tenants across the city to come together and fight back on landlord intimidation. We know that tenants have power, and we know that we will use it. And while VTU will defend itself in court, we will fight any landlord like Kowalski in the streets, in our buildings, and in our neighborhoods.
Yeah!
Hell yeah. So how can we get involved? If you're just walking by, you can talk to anyone in a t-shirt, join the Tenants Union, become a dues-paying member, come out to events, and most importantly, organize with your neighbors. This is happening because tenants are organizing with their neighbors and winning, and the Vancouver Tenants Union will keep doing that. So we'll have our first speaker, Terry. Beloved, everyone give it up for Terry!
Terry!
Howdy. Well, nice turnout. Thanks for coming. Hey, quick history. A couple of years ago, the whole house got this notice that, right in? Hello there. Anyway, got this notice that we're about to be evicted because he wanted to make it into condos. 7-unit house, condos, had it all planned. We took it was very scary at first, and then we discovered the Vancouver Tenants Union. And together, we defeated him, done. Then a few months after that happened, I get this notice on my door saying he wanted to move a caretaker in. Now, I live in the top of a house, and top of a house is, not a place for a caretaker. Plus, it has 2 bedrooms, and we have other 1-bedroom suites. We decided, get Terry out, make more money. And that's really all he was doing it for. So, we beat him at the residential tenancy board, and we beat him there. So he lost twice.
Yeah!
And then soon after that, he decided, no, I didn't like that agreement, so he's now taking me and the residential tenancy board to Supreme Court. And he'll lose that. Yeah. Also,
Loser!
Anyway, now the Vancouver Tenant Union is being sued. Now, why are they doing this? He was mistreated, whatever. He has no concept what it's like to live the best part of 2 years worried about being kicked out. You wake up every night from wondering what to do with your cats, what to do with your plants, where you can move to, with no help from the city really or anyone else. You're just there. But the relief was great. That's the one good thing that came out of this. But all I want to do is encourage everyone in the city to spread the word of the Vancouver Tenants Union And what's the word? Power. Who's got the power?
We got the power.
Right on, tenants. You want to speak? Who's next?
Yeah. Everyone give it up for Terry.
Terry.
Some chants for the next speaker. Who's got the power?
We got the power.
Fight, fight, fight.
Housing is a human right.
You got one?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, landlord, get off it.
Hey, landlord, get off it.
Our housing's not for profit.
Thanks,
Our
brother.
house is not for profit. Great. Oh yeah. Okay. Next speaker is John.
Hello! How's it going, everyone? All right. Hi, I'm John. I'm a tenant union member and organizer for over 2 years now. And back when I first started with the Vancouver Tenants Union, me and my neighbors had found out that our building was being sold to a notorious West End slumlord named Anoop Majithia,
No.
who owns Plan A Real Estate. So when we found out that this was our new landlord that they were going to be taking over, what we did was we got together and decided that we were going to formally organize ourselves. So we formed the Park Beach Tenants Collective, named after our building, Park Beach Manor.
Nice.
And we chose to get organized when we found out that our landlord had been notorious for all kinds of bad faith evictions and scams in his rentals around the city.
Shame.
We organized ourselves because we believed in our strength and our autonomy as a group of long-term tenants to collectively make decisions about the conditions of our homes, about our living conditions. And over several months, we ended up organizing a campaign to fight against bad faith evictions, multiple bad faith eviction attempts, harassments from the landlords. We fought for our quiet enjoyment away from attacks on our privacy. And over the course of organizing, myself and several other of my neighbors ended up getting sued by our landlord, sued for defamation.
Oh.
So I'm here to talk a little bit about that experience. So basically, a bunch of neighbors, good neighbors and friends, and we were just looking out for one another and fighting for our homes and our peace, and suddenly we were forced into a position where we had to take on the burden of disputing a complex and financially risk-laden judicial process. And altogether, it ran over the course of about 16 months. What we discovered through the process of being sued by our landlord was that he'd actually basically been stalling for time on the lawsuit entirely. Over a year, he didn't even take any concrete steps to advance the lawsuit. All while, in the meantime, the group of tenants that he was suing were forced into a position where we had to take on the huge burden of submitting arguments and filing paperwork with the courts and putting together our court dispute. And this is also something that's referred to as punishment through process. So landlords like Anoop, they know that this process, forcing tenants into these processes, like going to court, this is going to be the most taxing and painful thing for them to deal with. Meanwhile, landlords like mine and Andre have the leisure and abundance of holding power over their tenants through the power of property ownership, that leverage that it holds, as well as time and financial resources, right? So we fought and we stuck through it, and we put up with our landlord for a year and a half in this process, and ultimately Anoop withdrew the lawsuit.
Nice.
Yeah. He withdrew. He ultimately backed out because he really didn't have a leg to stand on, and us tenants were able to win in our own way. So we were able to get some guarantees through settling out of court.
Nice.
Because he deprived us of the opportunity to actually fight an actual good faith dispute in court.
Nice.
All that to say, landlords like Anoop and Andre, they have a lot of leverage of power to unfairly punish their tenants through process. So I talked about our court proceedings, but a lot more commonly, and like Terry had mentioned, what we see is the pain of this process, this punishment, happens often to tenants through evictions that are administered through the residential tenancy branch. As a collective, me and my neighbors in our building, we dared to speak out to tell our story and to spread awareness about unscrupulous landlords. And we also wanted to show through example that by getting organized, our tenant power was the most effective tool in fighting back. So, guys like Anoop, you can't scare us. Andre, we're not scared. To all the landlords out there that are thinking you can stop tenant power with weak-ass lawsuits, I just want to say, you can't beat the tenant movement, and when we fight, we win.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, when I say fight, 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 you say housing is a human right. Fight, fight, fight!
Housing is a human right.
Fight, fight, fight!
Housing is a human right.
Fight, fight, fight!
Housing is a human right.
All right, thank you so much, guys.
Everyone give it John, the Park Beach Tenants Collective. Let's start one chance.
We can do one chance.
Yeah.
Fight, fight, fight!
Housing is a human right.
Fight, fight, fight!
Housing is a human
right.
When I say tenant, y'all say power. Tenant!
Power.
Tenant!
Power.
Tenant!
Power.
Who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
Tenant power.
Who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
Tenant power.
We gotta use that power too. Fight, fight, fight!
Housing is a human right.
Fight, fight, fight!
Housing is a human right.
Nice, yeah, that's great. Woo! Okay, our last speaker, Kayla from Fairview Chapter, is coming out from the eviction.
Okay. Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm Kayla, and I'm a Anishinaabe. I acknowledge that I have the privilege of being born and raised on the lands of the unceded, traditional, and ancestral Coast Salish peoples. I also live in the hidden Fairview region and have volunteered my time as a photographer for the Vancouver Tenants Union and the Teaches Landlords a Lesson campaign when I heard it was being sued for a legal maximum amount of $35,000.
Ouch.
Boo! By this guy named Andre Kowalski. Okay. Did you all know that $35,000 is more than the annual minimum wage in Vancouver, BC, Canada?
Wow.
Wow, wow. That's more than many of our volunteers' annual wages, guys.
Yeah.
All right, that's crazy. This volunteer, grassroots, community-led organization is led by three simple concepts. To not profit for another's unjust misfortune. To believe that all human beings deserve access to housing. Everyone deserves to live in dignity in a safe, secure, clean, affordable home. You know that? But here's the common reality that weaves us together in the VTO. 1/3 of Canadians rent, but 55% of Vancouverites are renters. Okay? 60% of these Canadian renters are currently or have been immigrant newcomers. Okay? 30% of these Canadian renters are millennials. Okay? A Vancouver one-bedroom rental is currently listing for $2,300 a month.
Ouch.
No pets is storage.
Vancouver's minimum wage is currently $17 an hour,
Ouch.
or just over $3,000 a month before taxes. That's $10 an hour short of the average living costs needed to survive solo in Vancouver.
Yes. Shame.
Yeah, 36% of Vancouver's workforce doesn't make a living wage, and 50% of this workforce are women of color. Shame. Okay?
Shame.
This isn't just about money, or just about housing, or just about fertilization and water shortages. It's about it actually being all connected. Okay? Over 55% of Indigenous youth are removed from their families, communities, and lands without any actual warrant.
Shame.
This concept is not in the best interest of the renters or any citizen of Vancouver. Indigenous women currently account for over 50% of the victims in Canadian trafficking cases. 29% of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls homicides remain unsolved. This percentage grows every year, as do landowners' property value. It also grows every year. Shame.
Shame.
I'm here for the people being silenced. The parents working 9 to 5, the single moms working 16-hour days, the ones fighting to live another day away from substances and SROs or subsidized housing. The silenced workers who fear deportation, of being beaten by their abuser, who fear threat of their children and families being taken away, for anyone who was or is currently stolen. I'm still here because I grew up in poverty, many times away from my family, in a system made to benefit an old way of living. I'm here now to challenge this alongside my community to create equity-based solutions while holding our Constitution's declaration for equality for all. Andrzej Kowalski is suing the VTO, claiming $35,000 in mental distress and damages?
Oh, shame. Loser.
Is this because he previously attempted to intimidate the VTO by suing it on multiple occasions and losing? Yeah. Mr. Kowalski is demonstrating his power tactics to manipulate the people's only legal system. The VTO has respectfully responded, previously taking the necessary steps forward to promptly, legally, and morally comply with the courts and the people's needs. It is from my understanding the VTU has resolved this conflict swiftly by confirming he will, with the courts, and agreeing that he will not destroy multiple people's homes by terminating their long-term tenancy agreements for the sole purpose of profit, gross profits. Okay? It's not right. It's a community shame.
Shame.
So I have to stay.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Okay, yeah, so that was our last speaker. Thank you all for coming out today morning. And yeah, we just want to remind that this campaign, Teach Landlords a Lesson, Defend the VTU, is a reminder to landlords that we will not be intimidated, that we are powerful through tenant organizing and through being together in our neighborhoods. So, the chant? Yeah.
Let's do chant. There's also a really cute one here. It goes, hey landlord, nice house, which is funny because Andre really does not have a nice house. Hey landlord, nice house, your heart is like a tiny mouse.
Oh.
Can we try that? Hey landlord,
Nice house. Your heart is like a tiny mouse.
Your office.
Yep.
Office.
Hey landlord, nice office. Drop that, yeah. Who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
Tenant power.
Who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
Tenant power.
Close it up. The tenants united will never be defeated.
The tenants united will never be defeated.
The
Tenants united will never be defeated. Tenants.
All right,